Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 1570 Oak, number 401. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's really a nice apartment, especially for roommates. If we turn to our left, we have one big bedroom and a bath. And if we go straight forward, we're into the living area, the kitchen, and the far door is another bedroom suite that includes a bath. So we'll walk into the living room, and the first thing we notice is that it's carpeted. It's also a big space. I think it's 16 or 17 feet from the wall I'm standing at to the windows. You see the radiator to the left, nice long wall there. Very big room, really. And if we walk forward, we see the windows. We're looking out onto Oak. Nice quiet street. The windows are open to crack because it was painted not far. It's still very quiet. Turning around from the windows, we see a big closet. When that door is a big closet, we'll check that out on the way back. We also see the light sconces on both sides of the room. Whoops-a-daisy. Which are nice to have also. The living room is contiguous with a dining area. I think that room is about 8 by 10, so it's a nice big space. You easily fit a 4-person table. You can see the light above. Again, the windows are looking out onto Oak. Here we don't have a tree, so you can actually see the street. Looking forward from the window, we get our first look at the kitchen. If we go a little to the right, we see how big the living room is. Very big living room. Kitchen's got lots of cabinet space, pretty good counter space, full-size fridge, can't quite see it. There you go, you get a glimpse of a full-size stove, stainless steel sink with a hose attachment. Very, very nice. If we get closer, we see the countertop is a laminate rather than a rack. Underneath, we have good cabinets as well, good storage as well, with drawers, a bank of 4 drawers, all 4 drawers, and a deep cabinet, which is good for bowls or pots and pans or small appliances. The stainless steel sink. This building has excellent water pressure. There you go, that's just the hot water. You can see it pours out and drains beautifully. Underneath is nice and dry and can be used as storage. Above, we have the standard maple cabinets directly above the sink. There we have 2-foot cabinets with 1 shelf. The cabinet space is about 11 or 12 inches deep. The other cabinets have 3 shelves. Again, 11 or 12 inches deep and about 12 feet high. You can see the outlet right above the counter. And there's the sink again, and if we keep swinging to the right, we get a picture of the full-size stove, 4 burners on top. Super clean. Not new, but super clean. And the inside is super clean as well. You have a big refrigerator. I'd say this is probably about 5 feet, 8 or 9 inches, top to bottom. The top, of course, is the freezer. Whoops. There's the freezer. We have some shelves on the right. And the fridge, kind of a standard fridge with crisper drawers underneath, or on the bottom, and a butter, I can't even think of what to call it, butter dish, and a couple of shelves to the right. Looking from the kitchen, we get another view of the dining area and the window. Again, the window is facing east. You get very good light. The carpet is brand new. And from the dining area, we swing into the living room. And again, we get a look at how big the living room really is. And again, the sconces on both walls. We'll come back and check that closet as we go to the second bedroom. But first, let's go to the first bedroom suite. And I call it a suite because this door will shut off the whole bedroom and bath area. So if we walk in, we see a bath. A little bit further on, a closet, which we'll check out in a second, and a very big bedroom. This bedroom will fit a king-size bed. If you put a king-size or queen-size bed, you'd still have room for a small work area or a sitting area. A queen-size bed, you'd have room for both, a sitting area and a work area. Probably 13 feet across, at least 12, and 13 to 14 long. The windows, again, are facing east, which is toward oak. If I lift them up, you see pretty much the same thing you saw before. If I turn around, we see, again, a very large bedroom area, the new carpet, straight in front of us, the bedroom closet. This looks like it's got a light fixture, and it does. And there we see the size of the closet. It's like 2.5 feet across, 30 or so inches across, maybe 3 feet deep. We have 2 shelves, both of which can be used for hangers. And you see, put your hangers right here. So hanging bar, shelving, and a nice big space for a closet. From the closet, we look at the room again, and we see just how big it is. So we'll exit from the closet in the bedroom. Whoops-a-daisy. Swing around the corner. Again, if we look out, now we can see the front door where we came in. Before we go into the bathroom, there is a closet area with some shelves, really more like a broom closet than a linen closet because of this big storage underneath. But you do have shelves and even some hooks. So we'll go from that closet into the bath. Bath is sort of a standard vintage bath. You see the vintage tiles. Nice sink, nice medicine cabinet. Lights directly over the mirror, which is helpful. The sink is newer. I don't think it's brand new, but it's definitely new. Again, the water pressure is great. Underneath is nice big storage for a bathroom. You can see it's very dry and usable. Squeaky, straining beautifully. We have a standard toilet commode, which I'll open up so there's no secrets. We've got a backsplash around a lot of the bathroom, which will be good for keeping it clean. It does have its own radiator. The window is facing the back of the building, so super private, easy to open when you want to air out. There are tile bars. These tiles are the original tiles, so they are cracked in some places, but the seal is tight, and you can see the tub is squeaky clean. Again, the shower head is a little bit lower. That's probably about 5'10". Oops. See, you can hear the water pressure. I'm trying to see if I can show it to you. Maybe if I get on this angle. Anyway, it's fabulous water pressure. Let's see if I can put this down. No, I can't even do that. It's draining nicely. I'm going to turn it off. It's just the hot water. Push this down and just turn the water on. So you can see that the hot water pressure is really, really good. And everything drains nicely. So it's a nice big bathroom. Very clean. There are some shelves over there. Oops, I forgot to show you the medicine cabinet, which is pretty much your standard medicine cabinet with 3 shelves and an outlet next door. It's a nice light bathroom with good water pressure, a linen closet, a broom closet next door, big bedroom, and a door which will separate the whole thing from the living area. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. That door will close off and separate the whole thing. Looking from the bedroom suite, you can see how big the living room is, and then it goes into the dining area. we're going to walk towards the front door and pick up this closet that I mentioned. So the closet space is really very good in this apartment. Big bedroom closets, an extra closet by the bath and the bedroom suite. This closet in the living room, which is easily 8 feet across and about 2 feet wide. You do have shelves, to the left. Quite a few shelves and hooks across. It does have its own, we have more shelves to the right, and it has its own lighting fixture. Okay, we'll back out of the closet. Again, we're heading towards the front door. So the front door, straight across to the bedroom suite and the living room, and to the right of the living room is the dining area. This room is really off by itself, and it's a big bedroom. This got to be 14 or 15 feet long, but only 11 feet across, so it's a more narrow room, but it's really a lot of space. Again, you could easily have a workstation and a sitting area. We are at the back of the building. So actually we're facing north here. So we're sort of looking out on another building to the north, but we're high enough so we get good light. From the window, we look back and you see how long these walls are. It's really a big bedroom. Both bedrooms are big. We have a closet area here with a couple of shelves, hooks across the side, or the front rather, and another shelf. 2 feet deep, probably not quite 8 feet across. Good storage area. And across from this closet, we have a second closet. We'll open this up. And again, we have, this is probably 5 feet across by a little more than 2 feet deep, hanging bar and more shelves. I don't think we've gone into the bathroom. I almost forgot about it. You have your own bath in this bedroom, which is really nice. It's more like a shower. You can see the same medicine cabinet with the lights above. Nice sink, same sink fixture. Same vintage commode and vintage tile. Here you get a better look at the back of the building. So you do get good light. Water pressure is, as always, awesome. Everything is draining nicely. And again, you can use the cabinet underneath for storage. It's nice and dry. There we go. Same kind of medicine cabinet. This bedroom, however, has a shower. Shower is about 6 feet high. You can see the tile is nice and clean. The tile you stand on is also clean. I'm going to shift the camera for a second so that I can turn on the hot water. Now this one I think you can see. Very good water pressure. Doesn't make quite as much noise, but the shower head might be a little different. Great water pressure, draining nicely, and that's just the hot water. Oops. There we go. And then again, you see it drains right out. So I'm going to back out of the bath. Again, this is private within the bedroom. Turn around, give you a feel for how big the bedroom is, which is very big. It's not quite as square as the other room, so a king-size bed would fit, but maybe not as well. Oh, before we leave, you've got a nice ceiling fan in this bedroom, which is really nice. But we come out of the bedroom, and we remember the living room, the dining area, and the kitchen around the corner, the bedroom suite, all the closet space, and that brings us back to the front door. Thanks for watching.